Welcome to Can Do Russian by RussianPod101.com.
Привет всем! Я Катя Коваленко. Hi everyone, I'm Katya Kovalenko. In this lesson, you'll learn how to ask what a word is in Russian.
Expand your vocabulary with our core 2,000 words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Russian ebook before it's gone.
This is Ben Lee, and he's at a cafe doing a language exchange with his classmate, Natalia Ivanova. It's the Russian portion of the exchange, and he points at the textbook and asks, "What's book in Russian?"
Как будет book на русском?
Listen to the conversation and focus on the question. Ready?
Как будет book на русском?
Книга.
Once more with the English translation.
Как будет book на русском?
What's book in Russian?
Книга.
Book.
Let's take a closer look at the conversation.
Do you remember how Ben asks, "What's book in Russian?"
Как будет book на русском?
The standard way to ask for the meaning of a word in Russian follows a simple pattern. First is
Как?
how, but translating as what in this context.
Как? Как?
Next is
Будет.
will be,
Будет. Будет.
is from the verb
Быть.
to be. Together,
Как будет?
how will be, but translates as what is in this context.
Как будет?
After this is the English word book. Last is the phrase
На русском.
meaning in Russian.
На русском.
First is
На.
literally on, but it translates as in this context.
На. На.
After this is
Русском.
Russian, as in the Russian language.
Русском. Русском. Русском.
Is from
Русский.
Russian. Here
Русском.
is in this form as it follows the preposition.
На.
The grammatical term for this is the prepositional case. Together,
На русском.
literally on Russian, but translates as in Russian.
На русском.
Altogether,
Как будет book на русском?
literally means something like how will be book in Russian, but translates as what's book in Russian. Note the rising intonation of the sentence to mark that it's a question.
Как будет book на русском?
Let's take a closer look at the response.
Do you remember how Natalia Ivanova says book?
Книга.
Book.
Книга. Книга.
Книга.
The pattern is
Как будет English на русском?
what's English in Russian.
Как будет English на русском?
To use this pattern, simply replace the English placeholder with the word you want to know. Imagine you want to know the Russian word for pen. Ask, "What's pen in Russian?" Ready?
Как будет pen на русском?
What's pen in Russian?
Как будет pen на русском?
During your Russian language journey, you may hear the phrase «Как будет» object по-русски. What's object in Russian? Как будет object по-русски. It means the same as как будет book на русском. However, по-русски is used in place of на русском.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
Как будет book на русском?
Книга.
Как будет book на русском? Как будет pen на русском?
Ручка.
Как будет pen на русском? Как будет bag на русском?
Сумка.
Как будет bag на русском? Как будет pencil на русском?
Карандаш.
Как будет pencil на русском?
Как сказать «How are you» по-русски?
Как дела?
Как сказать «How are you» по-русски? Did you notice how I used a different sentence pattern?
Wondering how you can master these conversations even faster? Here's how. 1. Read along. You get the lesson conversation and translations inside our dialogue tool, so that you see each word as you hear it and understand it all. 2. Practice speaking. By shadowing what you hear, you can also record and compare yourself with native speakers with our voice recording tools. And 3. Take our assessment tests and see how much you remember. These tools are part of our Can-Do course. Just click the link in the description to get them.
Как сказать «How are you» по-русски?
How do you say, "How are you" in Russian?
Как сказать «How are you» по-русски?
First is
Как?
how.
Как?
Next is
Сказать.
to say.
Сказать. Сказать.
Together,
Как сказать?
literally how to say, but translates as how do you say.
Как сказать?
Next is the English phrase, how are you? After this is
По-русски.
in Russian.
По-русски. По-русски.
Altogether,
Как сказать «How are you» по-русски?
literally how to say how are you in Russian, but it translates as how do you say how are you in Russian. The pattern is
Как сказать English по-русски?
how do you say English in Russian? To use this pattern, simply replace the English placeholder with the phrase you want to know. Note, this pattern is usually used to ask for the translation of longer phrases. This is a very useful pattern for using Russian to learn Russian. Remember this pattern. You will need it for this lesson. Let's review the new words.
Книга.
Book,
Книга. Книга. Сумка.
bag,
Сумка. Сумка. Ручка.
pen,
Ручка. Ручка. Карандаш.
pencil,
карандаш, карандаш. Это,
This.
это, это.
Let's review. Respond to the prompts by speaking aloud. Then repeat after me, focusing on pronunciation. Ready? Do you remember how to say in Russian? Literally, on Russian. На русском. На русском. And how to say what's? Как будет? Как будет? Do you remember how Ben asks, what's book in Russian?
Как будет book на русском?
Как будет book на русском? And do you remember how Natalia says book?
Книга.
Книга. Do you remember the phrase? How do you say? Как сказать? Как сказать? How do you say, how are you, in Russian? Как дела? Как дела? And how to say, how do you say, how are you, in Russian? Как сказать, how are you, по-русски? Как сказать, how are you, по-русски?
Let's practice. Imagine you're Karen Lee, and you're having a language exchange lunch with Emilia Estes. You point to a pen and ask, "What's pen in Russian?" Ready?
Как будет pen на русском?
Ручка,
Listen again and repeat.
Как будет pen на русском? Как будет pen на русском?
Now you want to know how to say bag in Russian. Ready?
Как будет bag на русском?
сумка,
Listen again and repeat.
Как будет bag на русском? Как будет bag на русском?
Let's try one more. Imagine you're Sasha Lee, and you're studying with your classmate. Ask how to say, "Thank you." Ready?
Как сказать thank you по-русски? Спасибо.
Listen again and repeat.
Как сказать thank you по-русски? Как сказать thank you по-русски?
This is the end of this lesson.
Now, here's what you can do to cement this conversation in your head. Review the conversation with our dialogue tool and lesson transcripts. Study the key words and phrases with our spaced repetition flashcards. Review the key grammar and cultural tips inside the lesson notes. And test yourself with our assessment tests. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to access our Can Do course.
Now you know how to ask what a word is in Russian. That's all there is to it. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.